All right, 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Today, we're going to talk about the 1,000-minute rule. And this comes from Ryan Serhant's book, Big Money Energy, and specifically a chapter called just that, the 1,000-minute rule. I really love this concept. See, we all have 1,440 minutes in every day. There's 24 hours in a day. There's 60 minutes in each hour, which comes to 1,440 minutes. So if you take out time for resting and sleeping, that leaves you roughly with about 1,000 usable minutes. That's your time capital. You're actually time rich. You are. Oprah doesn't have one more minute than you have. Elon Musk doesn't get one more minute than you do. The richest person in the world doesn't get any more time in a day than you do. That's why I say time is the great equalizer, but it's also the greatest separator. It's the great equalizer because we all start with the same daily allotment of 1,440 minutes. Take out resting and sleeping, about 1,000 minutes is what's left over. Time is the greatest separator also because what you choose to do with those 1,000 minutes is going to determine your results. Nobody can foreclose on your minutes. You can't borrow your minutes from someone else. You don't owe them to anyone else. You get to decide. Those are you're the CEO of your time capital. And you really have to look at time as capital. If you're going to do something big in life, you can no longer just see it frivolously as just some time. It's actually capital. And you're going to get a return on your time. What kind of return you want determines what you do with those 1,000 minutes. Your excellence is in the minutes. Serhant talks a lot about this. He said excellence doesn't want to suck the life out of your minutes. It actually wants to multiply them. That way you get exponential results. Tom Peters put it best. He said excellence is the next 5 minutes. I did an episode on this many, many years ago, episode 401. Excellence is the next 5 minutes from Tom Peters. I heard him say this on a podcast. And I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. Don't go back and listen to the episode because it's terrible. But it's just that. Excellence is the next 5 minutes, whether it's metaphorical or whether it's in reality, the next 5 minutes. And the 5 minutes is a sequence of the 1,000 usable minutes that you get in every single day. See, it's not about blocking your time off a massive amount of hours. It's actually having that time awareness. Like asking yourself before you start this task, which bucket does it fall in? Is it impactful? Is it important? Or is it necessary? And a lot of times, man, we do necessary or busy work. Maybe that's the fourth column, busy. So we do the necessary and busy work, and we fail to do the impactful work. The impactful, necessary is necessary. But it doesn't need to be ahead of impactful work unless you've just been procrastinating. You've just been putting stuff off, and now it's all come to a hilt. Before you do anything, is this impactful, important, or necessary? And then set a time limit. Like literally, I tell Siri, like when I do my random reading in the morning, I tell Siri, hey, set my timer for 15 minutes. And when the timer goes off, it's like the old Scantron bubble test that you took in high school. Drop the pencil, walk away from it. That's what I do. I walk away from it. That's it. Go back and listen to the previous episode 959, where you learn just enough. You're not doing just enough, but you learn just enough. It really folds in nicely. I think it pairs well with this episode, if I could use the restaurant analogy. So set your time limit for 15 minutes on stuff that you got to get done. You can always come back around to it or always add to it when you get some bonus time. And I really like the bonus time. The bonus time that Serhant talks about is when you start having this time awareness and you are actually investing instead of just frivolously spending your time, you're investing your time and you're able to complete a task, you say, hey, this is going to take me 30 minutes, and you finish up in 15, well, then you go on to the next task. But see, that is just freed up an extra 15 minutes of bonus time that you can come back around and use it if it's some more menial work that you have to do, or if it's something, bro, you just want to vegetate on, you want to start about 15 minutes of Yellowstone, then go right ahead and do that. See, like when the alarm goes off in the morning for me, it's like a stopwatch. And so I invest my time. I'm very careful how I invest my time in the mornings. The mornings are my go-to time. These are my lead domino times. So I wake up at a set time. I read for 15 minutes. I write what I just read about, at least one page. That's the mental hack that I give myself. I go work out, bust a sweat every single day. I share something of value, which is what this is right here. And then I design my day. What am I going to eat today? And then what am I going to wear? Like if you've ever made one of those comments, bro, I don't know what happened, man. Time just got away from me. It's the 1,000-minute rule. You violated it because you had no awareness of the 1,000-minute rule. So you have no idea what happened to your 1,000 minutes. I mean, when I read this chapter, I was like, man, this really brings an awareness to the awareness. It really does. It really puts it in perspective. You're like, bro, like it's true. Like today, when I read this morning, and I went, and this is what I love about random reading. I read just a chapter, and then I go try to live it. And like, bro, when I got to work today, I was like, man, hold up. I only got 1,000 minutes today. What am I doing? It really brings it to the forefront. Now, you're going to have what Serhant calls these red zone moments. These red zone moments is when everything just goes off the rail. They do. I mean, like, it could be unfair. It could be blindsides. It could be, whatever, uncontrollable situations. It could be things you should have controlled but didn't, and they finally just blew up. Whatever the case may be, things went wrong. But in the grand scheme of things, maybe things went wrong for 90 minutes. Just because they went wrong for that, and let's go back to the capital of 1,000-minute rule. Just because something went wrong in those 90 minutes does not mean you need to throw away the other 910 minutes to your day. And that's what we do, man. We let something go off the rails, and then we just we just light a match to the whole rest of the day. My whole day is torched. No. Like, how fast can you get it back on the rails? Now, to help you with this, you perform CPR in your red zone moments. Serhant describes the acronym CPR with control, perspective, and re-engage. CPR. So control the controllables. The rest of it is outside of your control. Why are you worried about it? Why are you still talking about it? Why are you telling others about it? Why are you spending your emotional currency even there's nothing you could do about it? Just adjust for the way. The P, perspective. Don't let 10% of your day ruin the other 90. Okay, you can have a bad moment. It doesn't have to completely go to a bad day, which then leads to a bad week, a bad month, a bad life. Like, don't let that, because if you don't curtail these kind of situations, bro, they're going to get way out of hand. And then the last one, so it's C, which is control, P, which is perspective, and the last one, R, CPR. When you're in these red zone moments, re-engage. How fast can you get back and find that small win, even if it's a small win, like something, man, to just get back in there, whether you're banging the phones, whether you're calling like some of your previous happy customers, you're doing something productive, whatever it is, bro, go. I mean, think about how the red zone moments, and we just go spill our guts to other people. Those people don't give a shit, man. They're glad it was you and not them. So why are you pulling up that emotional energy again? Why are you pulling that mud back up? Don't do it. Don't do it. You're reliving something that you didn't wish you wouldn't have gone through it in the first place. Why keep talking about it? But when you have an awareness to the 1,000-minute rule, I ain't got no time for this. Go on to the next thing. Bro, I've lived this in both ways. In the long run, some setbacks have turned out to be the best things in my life. Like right now, this podcast, October 3rd, makes the 8-year mark of this podcast. You realize October 3rd of 2017, bro, I was completely broke. I was bankrupt. I had no lines of credit. I was demoted. And I started this podcast in the chaos, in the bottom of the... Bro, my life is... in 8 short years, it seemed long in the moment, but in 8 years, bro, my life is 8,000 times better than what it was before. Took a journey, but this is where this podcast started. I had to reinvest in myself. So this is like living proof of I've had some terrible moments, terrible sections in my life that turn out to be the best. You just got to play it all the way through. But there were other times, man, I wasn't a saint on that. I've wasted days, I wasted months, and even years letting small, uncontrollable or controllable, doesn't matter. They just bled into other sessions of my life. And that's the danger, man, if you don't protect your minutes. So here's where technology can really come into play for you. You can use technology to help leverage your time or buy back some of your time. So instead of burning 30 minutes trying to write the perfect email, or worse, send one that's too emotional, feed that shit through chat, man. Tell chat what you want. Tell her the tone that you want and let her clean it up for you. Make the tiny tweaks, rip that thing out. That way you save your best energy for things that you actually move the needle on. That's how you reallocate from the trivial to the impactful. Some things, man, you just don't need to devote your emotional currency to. Now, you run these things through chat. They're your words. They're your thoughts. You just let chat perfect it in whatever tone. Make this sound professional. This is an acquaintance of mine, so I don't want to come across rude or anything or insensitive, but here's the thing. Like, bro, I do that. I do that all the time. This is how you get ahead of your time. This is how you start buying back some of your time. When you get ahead of your time, you have a time awareness with this 1,000-minute rule. Now, bro, you're really leveraging it in the right way. Now, you can also habit stack. While I'm loading the dishwasher or washing clothes, I'm listening to a podcast. I have dictated ideas for future episodes. I've written an entire podcast through my audio app while working out. Because sometimes that's where the best juice comes from. Use your voice notes in your car. See, this is doubling your return on time. And here's an important note. Don't start today trying to finish yesterday. This is so important, man. If you need to stay late and close out a task, do it. Otherwise, you're going to begin the next day working out of a deficit. You're going to start on Friday trying to finish up Thursday. This is how people get behind. You'd be amazed. That extra 30 minutes tonight will save you 2 hours tomorrow. This is how you start leveraging your time. It's these small savings, man, that doesn't seem like much. They compound. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, all these little gaps, these gap learning, these gap procedures, these little gap movements that you do, setting your timer, using some of your bonus time to get ahead, all these kind of different things. Now you're suddenly in compounded. Now you're hours ahead instead of days behind. And here's what's beautiful too, man. Every day you get a fresh set of 1,000 minutes. You do. Yesterday's gone. So whether it was great or it was terrible, today's a brand new day. You start again. So if you blew up yesterday, guess what? Brand new set. Don't relive it. Learn from it. Move forward. If it was a great day, great. Add to it. Rock it out. Let's go. Like this morning, here's what I did. I read for 15 minutes. I wrote this out. I went and worked out. I didn't have time to really proof it. So you know what I did in the car? I turned on my voice memo app, put my earbuds in, and I recited what I wrote. Once I got done with that, I took the transcript from what I wrote, because your audio app, at least on your iPhone, it'll give you a transcript. Copy it, paste it in chat, and I said, hey, this was something that I wrote this morning. I just freestyled it in the car. Make it clear and make it concise, but maintain the authenticity of my words. So this way it took out some of the redundancy and clarified things. So now I can deliver a message to you. These are my words. These are my thoughts. But also, I use chat as my editor. And so I didn't have to parlay, oh, well, I'm going to do this tomorrow. No, I was driving down the road. I already wrote it, so I already knew it. So I was driving down the road. I freestyled it. And when you have to think of it again and tell it to yourself, this is how you learn deeper. And then chat comes in, becomes my editor, and boom, episode 960 is in the bag, baby. We're done. So I really love the 1,000-minute rule. It really put it in perspective for me. Number one, time is the greatest separator, but it's also the greatest equalizer. So don't talk about a bunch of unfairness. It's just what are you going to do with those 1,000 minutes? Also, use technology to do the things, the menial tasks that need to be done. Use chat. Use AI. All that technology is there. It's your words. It's your thoughts. Let it clean it up. Let it kind of free up some space so you can do other things. And then lastly, this will bring in awareness. The conversations you're having, the podcast you're listening to, the standing around talking at work, sitting at your desk, sitting in the recliner, standing in the kitchen, driving to work, coming home from work, sitting at a restaurant. These are part of your 1,000 minutes. Time is the greatest equalizer, but it's also the greatest separator. You want to separate yourself from everybody else in a good way? You got 1,000 minutes to do so. Rinse and repeat tomorrow. All right. Thanks for sharing this episode. Share this 1,000 minutes with someone else. Remember, keep it simple, keep it moving, never settle, stay tough. Peace.